Before going to start practical work, make sure your DEM is in projected coordinate system. First, we start with the digital elevation model and run the fill tool. This removes surface depression and creates a hydrologically correct DEM for flow analysis. Next, we generate a flow direction raster. This raster determines the direction in which water flows from each cell to its steepest downslope neighbor. Using the flow direction raster, we calculate flow accumulation. This raster represents the amount of upstream contributing area draining through each cell. We then generate a slope raster from a filled dam. The slope values are calculated in degrees and represent terrain steepness. Because the STI formula requires slope in radians, we convert the slope values from degrees to radians using the raster calculator. Next, we calculate the specific catchment area or SCA by multiplying flow accumulation values by the DEM cell size. This represents the contributing flow area per unit width. Now we calculate the sediment transport index using the Moray and Birch equation. This combines catchment area and slope to estimate the sediment transport potential across the landscape. After generating the STI raster, we classify the values into 5 categories, ranging from very low to very high sediment transport potential. In this analysis, we have used the standard Moray and Birch 1986 STI equation that is widely used in dam-based erosion and sediment transport studies. The Sediment Transport Index map shows how terrain influences sediment movement across the watershed. Low STI values indicate stable areas with limited erosion potential, while higher values represents locations where runoff gains energy and can transport more sediment. Very high STI values are typically concentrated along drainage channels and flow convergence zones, making them important areas for erosion assessment, watershed management, and soil conversion planning.